Hello. Today I'm going to go over another online resource that the library has access to and is provided to the community to use. It's called ProQuest. ProQuest is a research database website, much like EBSCOhost or Britannica, that you can search for information that might be relevant to maybe a paper you're writing, just personal interest. But that goes a little beyond just looking at a website like Wikipedia. So let's get started. First, you'll need to navigate to our online resources. You will be required to log into your account, so you'll simply put in the number on the back of your library card here under username or barcode. You'll put the full number, not just the underlined portion. Under PIN, it'll be a 4 to 6 digit password you set with your account. Don't worry if you forgot it. You can hit forget your PIN, reset it, and you're good to go. Once you're logged in, you'll need to scroll down to the bottom where ProQuest is and click on it. Once you're logged in, your page should look like this. Here in the middle, it should allow you to search by term. And right underneath, you can click to get full text or peer reviewed. So the full text means you get a full document for whatever is written. You don't get just a portion to read. So not everything you'll get will be full text. It may be just a blurb or a small portion that wants you to buy it from the source. And then peer reviewed, you can click here to get more information about it. Peer reviewed articles or journals are ones who've been looked at by other professionals in the field and have been approved. They're not just randomly published by somebody like they would do on a blog or maybe on their Facebook. So you can search under all scholarly journals, books, videos and audio, dissertations and theses, and more. So newspapers, magazines, etc., and blogs and stuff. So again, that may be where you want to look for peer-reviewed information, especially if you're searching by all. So down here it says which databases you're searching, and you can click on that to change it. So it has the Alt Press Watch, Career and Technical Education, Coronavirus Research Database, and Publicly Available Content Database. And those are the 4 that are available. We'll go back. You have some guidance here, so maybe you're searching for age range or date range. You could put in that to get the difference. AU for author, and then gives a little bit more information. Up here in the top left, right on this bar, you can do basic searching, advanced searching, which will give you a little bit more ways to narrow down your search, especially if you know what you're looking for and you want to weed out some of the static, some of the extra noise for articles that may be closely related but don't pertain to what you're looking for. You can look at publications. So it'll have it in alphabetical order, it'll look at the publications, but you can change things such as subject, language, and publisher. If maybe say there's a specific publisher you're looking for, their information and seeing what they have, you can browse, and then again the databases. And then up here at the top, it'll give a little bit of information about them, careers, dissertations, and the company website. So maybe under publication search, I'm a student and I'm wanting to look up something on ADHD. So I'm going to go over to advanced searches and type it in. And as you can see, it starts to autofill and give me suggestions that I want to look for. So maybe I'm looking for ADHD in teens. And I can look anywhere or select these specific areas. So anywhere except full text. So let's say I want to limit it to full text and I want my articles to be peer reviewed, and then the publication dates. So you can select from anywhere from the last 7 days to a specific day range or the last 3 years. So maybe a teacher or professor has asked, I want more recent material within the last year. So you go, all right, let's look at the last 12 months and then hit search. Now, as you can see, it's giving me some hits. It's giving me 67 results based on that. I can always filter further over here. So I can show results outside of my library subscription. So these right now are ones that we have in our subscription. So let's quickly see what that'll show. So it added another 10 on. I can search by relevance, whether I want new or older first. So maybe I wasn't getting a lot of peer-reviewed or not getting a lot of full text. I could change these, or say maybe there wasn't anything within the last year. So I needed to go further out, maybe the last 5 years. And that apparently didn't change at all. So it seems everything has been within the last year or last 5 years for this. And you can always come up here to get rid of filters. Over here on the right, all this will show the articles in the name. So attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, and suicidal risk and major depression. And analysis of 141,000 adolescent hospitalizations. So that could be an important depending on what you're writing a paper about or having to do a speech about. Down here you can look at the abstract details. That'll give a quick little information on what the article is about. So maybe it's a 10-page article and you're like, I don't know what this is about. I don't want to look at all 10 pages. So you look at the abstract to see if it pertains to your need. You can look at the full text here, and then the full text is a PDF. So the full text probably will just pull up on the web. Yep, and it does. It just pulls up as a web page for you to read through. So maybe if you have time to read there, you can just read it. Or maybe if you want to download it to print it out, to save it, you can use a full text PDF. And right up here, it'll show how many pages in, and happen to be 10. You can download here, you clear to print, or you can click on that to bookmark it. Up here at the top right, you can again download it. You can cite it, so if your teacher requires you to cite your article and they don't want you to just say what it was, that could give you the professional citation that professionals would use. Maybe you want to email it to yourself, you can't print it right now. Again, printing, and then all options, which may have some additional options such as saving to a cloud, a citation export, or other options. And again, it'll show you the article, all the information, and maybe you want to search with indexing terms, so you want to look at comorbidity, teenagers, or location. You can look at that information. It'll tell you up here who is written by, the volume it was in, of what journal. And we'll quickly look at the abstract so I can show you what that looks like. So objectives, we conducted a cross-sectional study to understand the difference in demographics and comorbidities, their method, and then other details such as subject, location, identifying keywords. So maybe you like that article and you want to look up something similar to that. So maybe you're realizing, I don't want to look up just ADHD, but again, like, how does that contribute to suicide risk? So you may click on suicide risk and see what articles you get that talk about suicide risk. And you could always modify your search to change that a little more. So maybe you want to look at suicide risk and ADHD. So you search for those together. Maybe you want to look at some videos that they're going to have on suicide risk. So it came up with nothing for that. So let's just go back to ADHD and try that one. Oh, I realized I did not change the video, so we'll do that real quick. And we will search. So it looks like they have one video, Preserving the Legacy, Introduction to Environmental Technology, Endocrine Disruptors, and Functional Deficits. So it looks like an article talking about how your endocrine system may mess with functional behavior of the brain and how that develops with ADHD. I don't know because I haven't watched the video, just giving an idea what it possibly could be about. That's why you may want to look at the abstract in details to figure that information out. So explains the endocrine disruptors that can lead to functional deficits, including low sperm count, memory problems, as well as immune system disorders and early cancers. So identifying keywords, they have ADHD in there. So the functional deficits would count for the ADHD. And then you can always click back up here to go to that front page if you don't want to try to backspace across all of it. Thank you again for using the library services, and have a wonderful day.